News Army. China's attacks on Taiwan raise the risk of a war in Asia. It's time to choose a side. An expert has said that China's growing aggression toward Taiwan will force Asian countries to pick sides between Beijing and Washington. After Nancy Pelosi went to Taiwan, China said it would take specific military actions. Beijing had told the US Speaker of the House of Representatives not to go, and now it has threatened to hold live fire drills near the island. China is upset about the visit because it sees Taiwan as one of its provinces, and Chinese President Xi Jinping has promised to reunite the island with the mainland by any means necessary. Because of this, many people around the world are afraid that China will invade Taiwan one day, which is why the US has been so strong in its support for the island. This week, Tomohiko Taniguchi, who used to work for Shinzo Abe, the former leader of Japan who was killed, talked on the Globalist podcast. He explained that growing tensions between Washington and Beijing could force other Asian countries to pick a side. He said, Pelosi's visit is reassuring because the US has been saying for a long time that it is shifting its focus from Afghanistan and the Middle East to the Indo-Pacific region. It's reassuring that Nancy Pelosi is one of the most powerful people in the US Congress. The US needs to show its political weight in the region. It's understandable that ASEAN, Association of Southeast Asian Nations, countries don't want to pick a side, but I think the time has come to pick a side, either the US or China. Taiwan isn't the only thing separating the US and China. Last week, Washington said that Beijing was making more provocations in the South China Sea, an area that China claims is its own despite anger from countries like Vietnam and the Philippines. Last week, Young Pak, the Deputy Assistant Secretary for East Asia at the State Department in Washington, said, Beijing is constantly testing the limits of our collective resolve.